Hi, good afternoon everybody. My name is Karen. I'm your yoga instructor today. Great to see everybody here. Is anybody new to yoga today? Brand new? Great. You're in for a treat. Know that this is a safe space for you to practice. So I will give lots of cues. I'll be looking around the entire time I'm teaching to keep everybody safe and give you lots of variations. So you don't ever have to do what I'm doing or your neighbor. You can do what you're comfortable doing. Okay? Our intention for today, our focus for today is on balance. Balance in your body, balance in your mind, balance in your workday. So I'll just keep bringing that theme up as we go through class, and we'll see what happens with that. So if you're ready, we're going to start warming up at the top of the mat. So bending your knees, keeping your feet flat on the mat. Knees are hip distance apart, and we'll just open up at the shoulder blades by rounding forward, guiding yourself, gliding yourself. Palms are up to the back of the mat, using the strength of your core to glide yourself all the way down, stretching your left leg out long, bringing your right knee into your chest, pressing through your left heel, circling the right ankle around in one direction and then the other, stretching that leg to the sky, opening up the lines of tension in the back of the leg where you're going to use this strength, bending that knee, bringing that leg out long. Same thing on the other side. Then bringing both knees into the chest, crisscrossing at the ankles, making gentle circles around in one direction and then the other. Pressing the low back into the mat, releasing any tension that could be parked there from all the sitting, unhooking at the ankles, and then just turning to your left side. Fetal Asana position, resting your head on your bicep. Taking a pause in your Fetal Asana position to think about that balance, taking some breaths in through the nose, like a swing coming towards you. Inspire. Exhale through the nose, let go of what you don't need, and just think about balancing, that even balance. Pushing your upper hand to guide yourself up to the top of your mat, using your blocks if you have them, or your bolsters or your blankets to give yourself some comfort here as you're seated. We'll do some more stretching, just a little bit more for the head and the neck. So sitting up nice and tall, tailbone is down, shoulders are back and down and relaxed. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, close with the hands, dropping the chin to the chest. Relaxing the hands down a couple more times. Now we're going to build a lot of heat in the front side of the body and in the back side of the body with our Sun Salutation series. Sweeping the knees behind, coming to your tabletop position, the center of your mat. Our hands are directly underneath elbows and shoulders. Fingertips are spread apart, pressing into the fingertips and the knuckles. Knees are hip distance apart. Neck is long, gaze is down. Tucking the toes under, pushing up into your downward facing dog position. So butts go high to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, sinking the heels towards the mat. They may never get there, and that's perfectly fine. Downward facing dog, resting pose. Bending the knees, walking the feet towards the hands, bending through the knees and sweeping the arms up high to the sky. Salute to the sun, lifting the ribs away from the waist, hands come together, all the way down to the chest. Let's take an inhale and an exhale here, feeling the feet beneath you, touching the mat. Wiggle the toes, feeling the inside and the outside of the heels. Inhaling up, arms high to the sky. Exhale down, swan dive down. Hanging in a forward fold, holding onto the elbow creases maybe. Shaking your head yes or no. Pressing your palms or your fingertips to your shins, reaching out through the crown of the head. Coming back to forward fold, planting the hands on the mat. Stretching the legs back, tucking the elbows under, coming into chaturanga pose or kneeling chaturanga. Releasing those legs down to the mat, coming into your back bend, looking up. Toes are back, coming back into downward facing dog. Stepping or hopping feet behind hands, inhaling up. Salute to the sun, sun salutation A. Sitting down in your chair. Taking a few breaths here, inhale. Exhale, straightening through the legs, hanging forward in your forward fold. Pressing your hands into your shins, reaching out again. Palms to shins or fingertips. Monkey pose, dropping down. Hands to mat, coming back to your chaturanga. Elbows are tucked in, hovering over the mat. Kneeling. Feet are flat on the mat, pressing the toes in. Coming into your up dog, or your back bend can be your cobra. Just lifting up from here. Toes are tucked under. Inhaling back to downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot forward, rising up and opening up into your warrior two position. We're on the balance beam here, pulling up at the right knee, pressing into the right knife edge of that foot. Left hip is opening up. Shoulders are stacked over hips. The gaze is over your middle finger. Looking for that balance. Where is it? Where is it going to come from? Bringing your hands into your chest, stepping or hopping your feet together, sitting down once again in your chair. Weight is back towards the heels. Wiggle your toes. Feet can be together, slightly apart. Inhaling up, salute to the sun. Exhale forward, swan dive down, hands to mat, pushing back in your down dog. Feel your dog bending through the knees, gliding your hips back into your child's pose. So wide-legged child's pose, wide knees, making room. Arms can be out in front of you. You can stack your fists and rest your forehead on your fists. You can rest your forehead on your block, however you're most comfortable, and just take a break. The gaze is down and in. Getting in touch with your breath, in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. Letting go. Letting the right side of your body melt into the right side of the mat, the left side body melt into the left. Gliding yourself back up to your tabletop, sweeping your knees in front, bringing yourself forward. Coming back into our easy seated position, Sukhanasana. And if you were right over left, let's go left over right or vice versa. Again, that balancing theme. Inhaling the arms up high to the sky. Exhale, turning to the right, bringing the arms open. Sun pose here with the arms. Seated sun pose. The gaze can come out over the right shoulder, inhaling back up. And then doing the same thing on the other side. Really, really nice. Reestablishing that length through your spine, room to grow. So we're going to inhale here. When we exhale, we're folding forward from the hip crease here. So I'm just going to be like I'm folding right forward as far as the body really chooses to go. So tailbone is planted down. Exhale forward, reaching the hands, let your fingers do the walking, coming into your seated forward fold with the gaze down. Let your spine go long, relax your face, relax your jaw, and walking that back up. Coming back to our knees, high to the sky, feet hip distance apart, taking a cat pose all the way down to your mat, rounding at the shoulders, tucking in at the belly button to the spine, coming all the way down to take a nice stretch into what's called happy baby. So you can grab onto your feet, you can grab onto your toes, you can just hold on to the sides of your legs, and just allowing the inner thigh to get a nice stretch open. You might want to come into your straddle pose here, allowing a little bit more stretch. Narrow straddle, wide straddle. Bending at the knees, soles of the feet together, holding on to the outside of your feet. Bound angle pose, bringing the knees together, stretching out long one leg and then the other. Coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Palms are up, right toes to right side, left toes to left. Let your practice find you. Let your breath return to normal. Ending today's practice with a quote: to find balance. Life rushes between the mundane and madness. Don't make it a contest. Allow things to happen naturally. You'll be surprised at how often they center themselves up and open themselves to vast possibilities. When you're ready to come back to the room, wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, bringing your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, turning to Fetal Asana pose one last time, turning to your side, right or left, taking a moment to seal your practice in, the idea of balance, body and mind, day and night, pushing yourself up to an easy seated position at the top of your mat, aligning your spine one last time, hands to your heart, inhaling once through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we say, thank you for coming. Namaste.